Yeah, and you look ahead to Tuesday night, Thunder come to town. I know they said they were going to see how he feels, Monday, Tuesday, but gosh, do you need to be conservative with him?
Well, what's interesting is last year at the beginning of the year, Scott Brooks was conservative with John Wall because he was just coming back
From both the knee surgeries.
And the team was tanking.
Yeah.
So he pretty much had no choice but to play John Wall a lot of minutes then the rest of the year. And it wound up haunting them in the seventh game. Ran out of gas. He wound up, I think, 6th or 7th in the league in minutes last year. You can't have that again this year. They supposedly had a better bench, and sometimes it shows up for them, and then sometimes it doesn't.
The bench
I mean, there's a lot to be concerned about, but the season's still salvageable.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good thing. You look around at the Eastern Conference, and I know we have the standings, but it is attainable. When you take a look at the standings, there's the Celtics, the Raptors, and then the Cavs, Heat, Wizards, and Bucks. They're all sort of within a game right there. So it's not like they're falling far behind, but you really can't afford for you need them to get it together and make a push. And now that it's, John Wall dealing with knee soreness, with his hip injury, it's worrisome.
Yeah, I mean, I think people expected this team to take a step forward this year after going
them too.
And that's why I think the concern is so high. They seem like the Wizards of the past 2 years, erratic, sometimes really good, sometimes struggling, still not capable maybe of getting past the second round of the playoffs. And the Otto Porter hip injury is a reason to be concerned. He's had a hip problem since he was in college. Nobody knows Otto Porter better than the Wizards. They drafted him knowing that he had this hip problem coming out of college. Any farther than what they have, as long as they have to carry the burden of Ernie Grunfeld as their general manager.
I mean, last night they had a season-high 40 assists. They averaged 23.5 assists per game. How important is it, for the Wizards when they're just getting that smooth ball movement?
Just like any team, you get more people involved, you get the ball movement going on, you get the open shot. When you've got shooters, it'll work for you. But you have to hit the shots. Guys like Bradley Beal and John. But again, they're just too erratic at this point. Nothing that can't be straightened out and fixed by the end of the year. But I think that people's frustration is they're not seeing a team that's capable of moving beyond what they've seen. And this fan base deserves better.
Yeah.
I mean, this team has not had a 50-win season in almost 40 years. They haven't made it past the second round of the playoffs for almost 40 years. That's long enough. I mean, the fan base deserves more, and they should expect more. Ernie gets credit for re-signing Otto and John Wall and Bradley Beal, but those were his players. What else was he going to do? What else would he do with the money? He couldn't get any money. Everyone talks about Kevin Durant, but the key one was Al Horford. When he was a free agent, Ernie Grunfeld could not convince him to come to Washington to play. Instead, he went to Boston. You put Al Horford on the Wizards roster, take him off the Celtics, that changed. He didn't fight as a I think enough is Grunfeld. For the Bradley Beal draft pick, because there were some people who wanted him to pick Harrison Barnes in that draft. And Bradley Beal is still a young player, is emerging as an all-star, and actually wind up being the Wizards franchise.
Still a dynamic walk away with honor. So many Toyota.